Where's this scene, dog? This is my YouTube channel, and this is the last of my Germany vlogs series. We're gonna do this in the format of a story time because the trauma that I went through on this journey was too much, and I did not record a lot of clips, so we're gonna do a story time with clips. So the story time is going to be about how I ended up coming home from Germany. Basically, I'm not supposed to be home right now because I should have been in Germany still doing school, because I was supposed to be going to school for this semester, but it's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic.
It's a fucking pandemic, dog. Coronavirus destroyed my education for the semester.
Let me explain why.
Basically, I left home, as you all saw in the first Germany vlog. I had all my antics on the way. I had all my antics in Germany for about a week and a half, and I remember in that last Germany vlog that you all saw, I mentioned they told us on Thursday we were gonna start work, right? When that Thursday meeting came, they basically told us that the pandemic is getting serious in Germany and they're gonna send all the exchange students home. Exchange students, including me. I was told that I have to leave foreign and come back home because it's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic.
But you know, obviously I had a lot of emotions that day. I was sad, I was upset because I was really excited to start school. Shockingly, I'm not ever usually that excited to start school, but for this Germany experience, I was real pumped and I was real ready for the education to start rolling, you feel me? But yeah, so basically I had all my emotions that day. I did a lot of emotional things. I ate emotionally, I shopped emotionally, I walked around and wandered aimlessly emotionally. You know, it was a lot of emotionally done things. I called my parents and I told them, well, hey, we have to organize for a flight, and because I did not want to go, I was trying to book the latest possible flight. So I was trying to leave the following weekend, even though that didn't really work because
It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic.
so I settled on having a flight the following Wednesday, and I was okay with that. You know, I had a little time to maybe explore the city a bit and try to get some enjoyment in. Obviously, I was still really upset over the fact that I had to leave because I didn't want to leave, but you know, it was what it was.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Good morning, guys. In light of recent events and recent news, I just want you all to be safe. I want you all, please wash your freaking hands and take care of yourself. Take your multivitamins, do all of that good stuff. Because you all know we have a small in Trinidad, like we can't afford to have this kind of thing taking place. But I know by the grace of God we'll be okay. So you'll just be careful, be safe, and try to stay positive, because that's the only way we're gonna get through this. Stay positive.
This happened the Thursday, and by the Saturday I'd come to terms with the fact that I was leaving on Wednesday, and I was ready to leave on Wednesday, more or less. I had my plan set in place. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have my stuff packed up by Tuesday. We're gonna leave Wednesday. Well, I mean, you know, it was a plan. I had my plan set in place. I went through the weekend pretty normally. I cooked on Sunday, you know, Sunday lunch, Trini style macaroni pie and chicken and thing. I already know. And then okay. So Monday, I was in the house by myself because everybody in the house that I was staying in had already left to go back home. One of my housemates came home and she was like, well, Switzerland is going to close off their borders tomorrow at midnight. If I was you, I would be out of here. I was like, but my flight is Wednesday. What are you talking about? Switzerland can't close their borders on me. Like, I gotta go. I got into a state of panic because my plan was spread over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to make sure that I was ready to leave Wednesday night for my flight. But, you know, it didn't really work out that way. I basically had to make a contingency plan, which I did not have, which I should have had, because things were changing very rapidly. Borders were closing all around me, and I was beginning to get really anxious and scared because I didn't want it to be that a border closed and I was stuck and I couldn't get home. At that point, I was in my head like, I really just want to, like, after all that stress set in, I was like, yo, I really just need to go home, because for me it was more important. I would have rather been at home dealing with this pandemic with the support of my family and friends and those near and close to me than be stuck out there on the other side of the world by myself with no family in this pandemic, trying to stay healthy, trying to stay safe, trying to do all of these things. So basically, I made my plan. I was like, well, my flight is Wednesday night. Border's gonna close midnight Tuesday. I am going to leave Tuesday night as late as I can and sleep in the airport and spend the day in the airport and leave Wednesday night. And I was like, you know, speaking about it and thinking about it, it seems like, yeah, I'll just sleep in the airport. Yeah, I'll just, you know, do this. But like, experiencing it is a whole other story. Basically, I got on the train in Germany to head to Switzerland, and 3/4 way through the train journey, the PA system on the train, I don't know what it's called, the PA system on the train, it went off, and the person was saying something in Deutsch, and I don't get Deutsch. I don't understand it completely yet, even still. But I just happened to ask the people sitting next to me if they spoke English, and they were like, yes. So they told me what she said, and I was like, I can't believe it. Basically, the lady on the train said that if you were not going into the specific station on business, you can't come in the country. I'm so sorry. I was like, huh? I'm not on business. I need to go to that station. I need to get out of here. Like, I'm trying to go home. Like, what are you telling me? So basically, we stopped in the station before the station that I was supposed to stop in, and the lady who was next to me went outside and asked one of the people who worked at the train station there what was happening, and they were like, basically, just go and see what happens. They'll probably ask you some questions, and you know, you just, maybe if you plead a case with them, they'll let you in. And I was like, okay. Stress immediately. I was upset. I was seriously stressed, because I was like, so what if these people don't let me in the train station? How am I going to get to the airport? I'm trying to beat a border closing on me right now. Are they telling me I can't go in the train station? What? Anyway, so I got to the train station, you know. Eventually I got to the train station, and I got out of the train, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna plead my case. If anybody bunks me up and asks me what I'm doing here, I'll tell them so and so is the case. I was about to tell them the truth, and yeah, basically that was my plan. I walked into the train station. Nobody was asking anybody questions. Praise God. Nobody was asking anybody any questions. So, you know, your girl just took her suitcases, and I was, you know, casually, briskly strolling through the train station. And then I found the machine to get my bus ticket. I got my bus ticket. I got on the bus, and I got to the airport. Hallelujah. Right? Now, I have a problem when I am already frustrated and it's obviously clear on my face that I am really frustrated, and people just like giving me attitude to boot the frustration I already have. So I got to the airport and I went into the info desk area because obviously I just needed to find a charging station so I could set up shop and I could be there for the night and tomorrow and leave. You understand? And I ringing the bell. Ringing the bell. Ringing the bell. Nobody coming out. The lady from quite down so decides she coming up to me now. Blah 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 blah. All this French. Excusez-moi? What? What are you saying? Because to me, I know I told you all in the very first Germany vlog that I got frustrated in Switzerland for the very same reason. People just belting all of this French and I am not even on this level of French. So I'm like, tu parles l'anglais? Can I speak to somebody that speaks English, please? Like, English! Eventually someone that spoke English came up and I was like, could you direct me to the nearest charging station, please? He directed me. It obviously is not made for people to sleep there. But it was basically a wooden bench around a metal, almost cone type bowl situation with a tree in the middle. And yeah, I slept there. I got there, I charged my I plug in my phone and my laptop to charge, and I was just watching Netflix and I was trying to entertain myself, and then I got hungry and the only thing that was available was the vending machine, and I couldn't get in the vending machine because I had no Swiss francs. All I had was a little bit of euros left in cash and my card. Eventually I got through to something. I got something to eat for that night. But I had like one of the most cold, uncomfortable, lonely nights I ever experienced in my lifetime, because the part of the airport where the charging station was open. So all the cold outside air is coming in and I'm trying to like, and I'm uncomfortable, I'm cold and my back is hitting me, and every like 10 minutes I have to get up to like stretch my back out because it's hurting so much, and then try to lie back down and get some more sleep, and I just guarded my bags and all my stuff, and it was like real stress. And I'm sleeping on this bench and I'm just in my head like, it just needed time to pass. That whole night, while I was watching Netflix, I was still in my head like, oh my god, I hope they don't close the border, oh my god, my flight needs to go through tomorrow. Like, yeah, it was like real anxiety, it was like real stress. But I mean, the next morning they had like a kiosk open where I could get like snacks and stuff, and I literally bought 1 box of cashews, and I was like, this box of cashews is going to last me this whole day. This is my meals all day, you know. I mean, for me it was a lot of like, I still didn't move from the spot where I was. That next day was a lot of, well, was literally just me sitting on that uncomfortable bench on my laptop, on my phone, trying to connect with my parents and like my friends who were checking in on me. Y'all, I love y'all so much. Like, y'all kept checking in on me and y'all made me feel really cared about. I love y'all to death. You all know who you are. It was literally such a comforting feeling to know that, you know, my family checking in on me, my friends checking in on me. Everybody wants to make sure that I'm alive. Everybody wants to make sure that I reach home safe. And once everybody knew, like everybody that had to know, once they knew that I was sleeping in the airport that night and spending the day in the airport, they just didn't want to stop contacting me because they wanted to make sure I was staying okay and all of that. So I'm so super grateful for the friends that I have. No cap, I love y'all to death. The next day was basically me sitting on the bench trying to connect with whoever I had to connect with, watching Netflix on my laptop, basically just trying to keep my mind occupied. And I mean, then like also I was getting up to check and make sure that my flight didn't get cancelled, because if my flight got cancelled it would have all been over, because at that point the border in Switzerland was closed and I was not about to deal with that drama. And I'm being so excruciatingly honest, I did not want to get stuck in foreign by myself. I didn't. So I was checking regularly, making sure that the flight didn't get cancelled. Thank God it didn't get cancelled. I am home and I am well. Thank the Lord. Yeah. So basically, I went and asked the lady at the desk for my airline what time check-in would open for my flight, because I was trying to get rid out of that uncomfortable wooden bench as early as I could. And she let me know, well, 7:20 is when we would be opening check-in for this flight. I was like, okay, thank you very much. By the time 6:59 rolled around, I was packing up my stuff and I was getting up because I was in so much pain. My back was hurting me, my butt was hurting me, my legs were hurting me, and I wasn't even on my feet. Like, that's crazy. And I just got up and I was like, well, even if I have to stand and wait for them to open check-in for my flight, I will stand and wait, because I don't want to sit down on that bench anymore. I got up, I went across, and they actually checked me in immediately, thank the Lord. So, I didn't have to wait. I was really excited because, I finally get off the bench now, boy. So after a super duper long day of doing absolutely nothing, I finally get to go to my gate. Some greatly needed movement. I just really want to get home at this point in time. I'm tired, really tired. And when I got to the gate, the seats were not wooden seats. It was comfortable, like cushiony. Oh my God, I was so grateful to not have to sit in an uncomfortable seat. And I sat there for about an hour and a half, waiting for everybody that had to be on this flight to come. And then, we boarded and I was on my way to London. So when I finally did get to London, I was just having like a serious moment of gratitude, simply because that night in Switzerland taught me something about travel. I mean, don't get me wrong, I always loved travel, and I still really love travel, but before this experience I really had this perception of it just being about not missing your flight, and that's like not even the half of it. Having that experience, it really taught me that missing your flight is not even the half of it. Like, it has so much other things that you could end up having to worry about, like when traveling. And I'm really grateful for that experience, because it taught me that there's a lot more to travel than I thought, and I love travel even more because of it. But when I got to London, I am so grateful that my father ended up booking me a room in our hotel in the airport for that night that I was staying there, because my flight was the next morning and he just wanted to make sure that I was comfortable and had a proper night's rest and all that good stuff. Super duper grateful for that. The whole experience was just me being like real grateful. I got iron, I was excited. I had a bed, I was excited. I had a shower, I was excited. I had a sink, I was excited. Everything, I was just excited. I was really excited. I was grateful for everything. I had food, I was grateful because I was hungry. I was so hungry. Cute! It's not a huge room or anything, but you see, I got me a little HD TV, got me some little tea and coffee set up, you feel me, a little work area, a throne for my lounging needs tonight, a nice little queen bed for me to sprawl out on. Oh my God, an iron! It didn't have an iron where I was staying at in Germany, so I'm so happy for that. And towels. Bitch. Oh!
what's on and popping, period. And then I saw shower. Oh my god, this is a really interesting concept. Like, it's not travel size things. Use from within and don't take it away. I like that. I like that. A cute little toilet, you know. Some more towels and some tissue and some toilet paper and some extra toilet paper and a bin. It's cute. I am pleased with the room. I am definitely pleased with the room. I enjoyed my night in that hotel room. I watched TV, I ate, I ironed my clothes for the next morning. I just got, oh my god, I had a nice shower. I was so grateful for that hotel room. The next morning, my modus was to get ready, get breakfast, get checked out, get to my flight because I was running everything really close. I was cutting real close to that boarding time and I was worried about that. But when I got up, I got ready, I went downstairs for breakfast. I had grapefruit juice with my breakfast, which was really exciting because I really love grapefruit juice. The fact that I had grapefruit juice with my breakfast, yes. Then I went back upstairs and got all my stuff and I got ready to like leave the hotel and like be outside. And then I checked out and I left and I got lost again trying to find the shuttle to the south terminal. Yeah, I eventually found it. I got to the the south terminal, cutting everything really close again, and I checked in for my flight. I checked my bags and everything, and then I had to basically run like 500 years in order to find my gate. Because when I got through security and I looked at the screen thing that says the flights and the status of the flight and whatnot, it basically said that it was boarding. So I was like, oh my god, and I don't even know where this gate is. But I basically sprinted, I ran the 500 years and I found my gate. I sat for literally a minute to catch my breath and then they started boarding and I was still like the last person to join the line to board the plane because I thought we were going with boarding groups, but it didn't really work out that way because this is a plane full of trainees. I should have known. But yeah, I boarded the flight, we got on the plane. It was a nice flight. I got home and when I got off the plane I disembarked and they pointed the heat gun at me to see my temperature. They let me through to immigration, and when I got to the immigration desk, the lady looked at my passport and she looked at my arrival card and she was like, oh, based on your travel history, we are going to have a conversation with you. You understand what I'm saying? Step to the back. I was like, okay, no problem. I know where I have been, so I was expecting this. I went to the back, I sat for a little bit, and then eventually I got to go in to do the interview thing. They basically made me sign a contract saying, well, hey, I'm in quarantine, and then they let me go. I went back to immigration, I got my passport, and I went into baggage claim, and I was literally the only person in baggage claim. Like, for those of y'all who have followed me on Instagram for a while or like other social media, you all know that it's not my first time traveling, obviously, but like it's my first time traveling by myself. But I've always known baggage claim to be like a busy space, like everybody was trying to get a shit, like we ain't trying to be out here with this drama. The conveyors was stopped, there were no bags on them, so I was like, where's my bag? Like, then I looked far down yonder and I saw it. I ran to it and nearly fall down and bust my tail because I was being wild as per usual. And then yeah, I got my luggage, I went through customs, and I walked out the door looking to see my father directly in front of me, and I didn't see him, and I was like, but where the man? So I look to my right and there's my father in the line buying Subway, and I saw him and I ran to him and I screamed, and halfway through my running to him I had to stop because I was like 6 feet apart from these human beings. I got disinfected before I got into the car. I got disinfected before I got into my house, and basically that was that. I'm really super duper happy to be home, even though like I'm grateful that I'm here because I'm here with my family and stuff. I would have definitely preferred to be here than over there with nobody and stuff, you know. Like,
here is just the better option for me, because I'm here with a support system rather than being there alone. I haven't seen any of my friends in person or anything, but we all talk. Y'all know yourselves. I love you all to death. I appreciate you so much, because you all definitely made my experience a little easier in the fact that y'all were checking up on me and stuff and making sure that I'm good during that traveling experience of mine. That I do sincerely hope that all of y'all are doing really well. I do sincerely hope that y'all are happy as you can be, and you're not stressing too much in these quarantine times, you know. I hope you're focusing on yourselves. I hope you're, if being productive is your jam, then I hope you're being productive. If reflecting is your jam, I hope you're reflecting. If sleeping and watching Netflix is your jam, I mean, it's definitely my jam. So I hope you're enjoying all of that, you know. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching my video. Thank you guys for all of the support that you have provided me with the past 2 videos that I've uploaded. I'm really grateful for the support that I've gotten, and I hope that y'all continue to support me. I mean, y'all should like this video and y'all should subscribe if you want to see more antics, because I mean, that's what we're going to come with. Antics on antics on antics, you feel me? Later. The next morning, my modus was the next looking crooked. And I oop again.
I don't know what I expected, so y'all finna catch my verbal reaction or whatever. And we're going. The light is. Ooh. Excuse me, let there be light. It's dark. It's really dark. Okay, I'm gonna get back at y'all.
If anybody that still uses roller lip glosses, tell me where you just get them, because every time I go in Pennywise, clearly I blind.